Have you heard the news, dear? It appears that your son Nikolai has just died. But you should be happy. Just think, he has this whole afterlife ahead of him, ripe with possibilities. Huh? No, I haven't forgotten the day that he and Godric had me banished, together with Cyrus and those craven mages. And his poor fiancée. She would do anything to see her love again, no? In any shape or form. After all, not even half of the peers and lords support her. The rest want Archbishop Randall and that boy Andrei, Nikolai's cousin, on the throne. Turmoil, turbulence, treachery. The living are so hot-blooded. Pay her a visit. An excellent idea. Let's pack our bags then, shall we? Oh, but you must come along. I'm sure you're just dying to see the towers of Talengard again, no? rebels, civil war. Now, isn't that charming? I helped defeat the supporters of Duke Duncan, and Isabel owes me at least an audience. Isn't it lovely when fortune favors the pragmatic?
I am in mourning and have slept badly, so I will not mince words. What do you want?
To see Nikolai again.
Are you sick? He is dead, old man. He lies in the mausoleum at the Hall of Heroes, next to his father.
Indeed, he lies at peace. But he could rise again, if you wish it.
Nikolai, rise again. Who are you?
Your husband knew me as an astrologer and mage. I was a close friend of his mother. In fact, I carry a part of her with me wherever I go.
Astrologer? Mage? What kind of magics are these, if Nikolai was even beyond the help of Elra's archangels?
The Archangel's unlimited. Elrath himself is subject to certain laws. Asha, the spider goddess, however, is above them all. She made those laws and revealed their secrets only to a very few.
The spider goddess? Asha has many faces, and you refer to the darkest one. You speak of necromancy. This is heresy, old man. I would be off the throne, and you would be burnt at the stake if I condoned it.
Really? I was not aware that you cared so much for the edicts of Archbishop Randall. In fact, I thought he wanted to replace you. However, if my offer does not interest you...
Wait, how? How could this be so easy?
Easy? I did not say that. The key lies in 3 artifacts that were stolen from me by King Cyrus.
King Cyrus, the Archmage?
I hear in your voice that you feel as I do for dear old Cyrus.
It would mean war.
It would mean justice, I think. Even vengeance for Cyrus's treachery. Most of all, it would mean Nikolai, the rightful king, your lord and liege, your beloved.
Very well. Let us see what it will take to get those artifacts. But be aware that I will be watching you very carefully.